everybody, and welcome to Them Wise Girls. I'm your girl, Jada.
And I'm your girl, Lala. How you?
I'm doing okay. How's our people doing? We hope you guys are doing great. We hope you had an amazing week. I'm doing okay. I had actually a really, really good week. I have all of this energy. I don't know how. I think I might end up like laying out after because I'm starting to come down from all this energy
Your manic state
that I found where I don't know why, but when I have energy like that, I got to do stuff and keep myself busy. So that's what I've been doing. But I had a really good week this week at work, thank goodness. Right. Long weekend because I'm off tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. I needed a moment, had to have a moment, so I'm so happy about that. How was your week? How are you? How's everybody doing in the building?
My week was good. It was very productive, busy, but not overwhelming. My weekend was even better. And then today makes it great because I'm sitting here talking to you.
Yeah.
Unlike you, though, I don't have Monday off, so I'm a little sad. They use it as a floater for me, which I could definitely utilize tomorrow as a day off, but It is what it is. I'll just push through. And you can hear the little one here in the background. I will tell you he's here with me. So he wants to come up and say hi to the people. So
say hi to the people, Liam.
The Wise Girls are happy to introduce Liam Wayne, who hasn't yet been on for a while. I think when he last was on, he was 4 months, if that.
He was a baby. Say
hello.
Say hi to everybody. He's like, okay, I'm sick of this.
Yeah. But what's crazy is he came all the way over here to make a scene to then do this. Like, okay, you can go down. Go on. Bye-bye. Go. Bye-bye. So he is baby. Walking now, family. He
is, and I want to cry. I'm still trying to fight the tears.
Yes, he is. I tell you, I think too, because of his sister, I feel like he's developing so much faster than what she did. Come on, Liam.
Yes. Hi, handsome.
Say hi.
Yes.
Why are you hiding? Handsome. Any other time you talk, now you hide. He's hiding. But yeah, so that's what's been going on with me. Just now chasing him around. That's my new job.
Yeah,
no,
he's gonna get you nice lemon trim, honey, for summertime. But we gotta get into this. Like, we really legitly gotta get into Miss Rihanna's performance from the Super Bowl last Sunday. Her performance was actually the most watched, not only performance, but last week that was the most watched part of the Super Bowl.
Wow.
So she said she was bringing a guest, and she definitely brought her guest with her, her baby bump. So what do you think about that? Like, what do you think about her bringing her baby bump to the Super Bowl, performing at such a high elevation, being pregnant? Like, what did you think about that performance?
Okay, so let's start from the top. I initially did not recognize that she was pregnant. My sister-in-law recognized that she was pregnant. I thought that she was just exhibiting post-baby belly. And my sister-in-law was like, no, it's too pronounced. Look at the shape. And lo and behold, I was like, you know what? She keeps rubbing it. And then I was like, you're right. She's rubbing her belly. She is pregnant.
Yeah.
So number one, I feel like, I know, like, they plan these Super Bowls a year in advance. And I know that she may or may not have been planning to get pregnant. But the fact of the matter is that she is pregnant. And I kind of feel, I shouldn't even say I kind of feel like, I do feel like she should have bowed out gracefully. Because in my opinion, she did not bring, he's calling you. Yes, Jude.
Yes, baby. Yes. Look at him smile. I can't even.
Is that your Jade? That's JD? That's JD.
Yeah.
I feel like she should have bowed out gracefully because like she did not give it, she could not, I can't say she didn't, she physically could not give it her all and be the Rihanna that we all know her to be. Like the whack, 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 whack. Everything was very flat. She relied on the dancers. She did like a few little moves, but it wasn't like the Rihanna we know her to be, you know? And I really was looking for that. You know, I think they talked it up a lot and the anticipation was there. And
it fell flat.
It fell flat. It fell flat. In terms of her being up in the air, I'm sure that they had some kind of a full line for her, like, you know, invisible full line that we just couldn't see. But I would not, as a pregnant woman, do that just because. And my other thought, and it's totally her business, it's just my personal feelings, just to say it because, you know, that's what we do on Them Wise Girls. About it, the real. So in being real with life, let's face it, she only has what, a 9 or 10-month-old son, right? Like,
when did she have the baby? Because remember, we announced it here first. I saw that she was preggers. Remember last year, we did that in January 2022. We announced her pregnancy here first on Them Wise Girls. We broke that news. So that was a year ago. And I think she had the baby, what? Let's Google it.
I'm Googling it as we speak. Let's find out.
Okay.
May of 2022.
So I wonder when she's due.
So yeah, she's
because she with her.
I would say she's I would say she's either 2, 3, or 4 months, because you figure if you're fit, you're gonna, typically you're gonna be less pronounced typically. Whereas if you're already like overweight, I find, at least in my experience, I was more pronounced sooner than later, even though I was not as, he's pulling my hair, sorry, as far along. And that was just because I was carrying more weight. Right. So, oh, you want water? I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Water.
But no, I understand what you're saying, because when the show started and she did that with her tummy, I said, oh, she's having another baby, because I was like, I don't think that's still pregnancy weight. I think she is having another baby. The way she rubbed it, even though y'all all know Miss Beyonce, she did it first. Just gonna put that out in the atmosphere, let y'all know what it was. But just how she rubbed her stomach a little bit, and then, you know, when she started dancing, and I just saw she wasn't moving like, you know, we know Rihanna to move. No. She was just very, you know, she wasn't stiff, but she just was like kind of pushing through the performance. I did like the simplicity of the performance. I thought that was very nice, but it would have been nice if she had at least one guest appearance, whether it was Jay-Z or whether it was Neo or whomever, you know, she did songs with. I would have liked to have seen her with at least one other person than just her. Like, to me, that performance didn't give what people were saying it was going to give. And granted, we didn't even know she was pregnant. So, you know, I'm like you. I think she could have probably bowed out this time and do it at another time, because I could have watched that on YouTube at another date and time, honestly. I didn't have to sit there and watch it on the Super Bowl. I could have been sitting watching My Living Single on Hulu. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to sit up there and, you know, watch it on the Super Bowl. That could have been on a YouTube type thing.
Yes. I also feel like maybe in learning that they don't get paid for the Super Bowl, which I was quite intrigued about that. Like, I was very intrigued. And learning that they don't get paid for the Super Bowl. My other thought was maybe the reason that she didn't bow out is because she has another project that's soon to be coming up. And, she wants the promo for that. Because they were saying that when folks do these performances, like they get crazy follows thereafter, crazy support thereafter.
Her
So
makeup brand went up. Like so many people are buying it. The
really,
performance. Yeah.
after the performance,
Yeah. Yeah.
really, you see. So
Yeah.
it is a tactic. They surely do employ it as a tactic to increase sales, but I kind of feel like there has to be some project that she has in the works that
Probably does. And she's just probably using, which I feel a lot of celebrities do, because the NFL and Apple actually pay for the production of their performance. And I heard that The Weeknd actually still had to come out of pocket because he had a crazy performance. I don't remember his. I'm not into The Weeknd to that degree.
it was terrible.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but normally they pay for the cost of the performance. And that's why the artist doesn't get paid, because that's their moment to showcase products or whatever. Because if you remember, she took out the Fenty makeup and she was putting it on in the performance when she powdered her face. She did that. So there you go. You out there putting your business. People start getting your music. That's why you think Verses is so dope. People's catalogs, they turn around and go back and get songs they forgot about. Like I remember when Escape did it with SWV. There were songs I legitly forgot about that I was like, oh, I used to love this song, that I turned around and went and got. Yeah, so I think that's good. What's the word? Advertisement for the artist.
Agreed.
So in a sense, you're really gonna get paid regardless, no matter how you slice it, because you're out there putting out your product or your music, and people are like, oh yeah, I remember this song. I remember when this song came out. Let me go get it from Apple Music or whatever the case may be. So they get money regardless, no matter how you slice it,
Yeah,
So
no, I agree with you. They do. I feel like Rihanna, I'm sorry, she let me down. And I have
I'm not a fan, so it didn't matter to me, but I could have just watched that on the YouTube. Okay. I had to sit up there and watch that on the show. I could have stayed watching Living Single like I was on Hulu. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I felt like me sitting on the couch, I gave it more of a performance. Like I had the energy and the dancing but it was because it was that built up anticipation. And when it wasn't delivered, it was like, man. And it was short. Did you notice it was a shorter performance?
Which was good for me, because that meant I got back to Living Single quicker. So it didn't matter. So it was all good in the neighborhood. But yes, Rihanna, we wanted more. Hopefully, maybe she could redeem herself after she drops baby number 2, and we could get what people may be waiting for,
That's actually what I wanted to talk about. And I totally got sidetracked when Liam wanted water. So I apologize. It's my personal sentiments. She can do what she wants, and plenty people do it as well. But I feel like, her baby is just, let's say May. So June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Her baby is either 9 or 10 months, depending on when he was born in May, right? Because the article just says May of 2022, right? Mm-hmm. So he's either 9 or 10 months. So in my opinion, being a mom of 2 myself, I kind of feel like, people of a certain age, they get nervous in regards to having babies. And when they start having babies at an older age, not that she's old or anything, but at an older age, the likelihood of you being able to carry successfully goes down, or potentially having defects increases. So you want to have the baby as soon as possible. So I guess in her instance, she started a little later than I guess she wanted to. Right. And that's fine and well. But I look at the toll that it takes on the body. Your body really does not come to for a good 2 years. Like you have all of this internal stuff, although it's internal, it's still damage. It's
Right.
just not visible. Um, and then on top of that, yeah, she has nannies and whatnot to help her take care of both children, but your attention is really now divided. You haven't even gone through the milestones with your one baby. You haven't experienced him walking. You haven't experienced him talking. You haven't experienced him really eating real solid foods. Like he's eating probably some kind of foods, like soft foods, bananas, and things like that, but not foods. So those are milestones that I feel like now are going to be split between the new baby because let's face it, your attention is divided. Yes, I have a 5-year-old and my attention is divided between the 5-year-old and the 14-month-old, and I look at it now and I wish I would have had them a little bit closer, but definitely not 9 or 10 months apart.
But
Like
I'm going to say this. Back in the day, that's what they used to do.
they did.
They would have kids a year apart, 2 years apart, max. You really didn't hear about people having kids 5, 6, 7, 8. You didn't hear them about having that large of a range span, even though our great grandmother did.
Yes.
But honestly, that's something the original wise woman. The original wise woman, our great grandmother, she did that. She had them in a range of ages and stuff like that. And sometimes you think of it as the kid being of a help and assistance, the older one to the younger ones, because you've had this kid for some time. Now they're stepping into mommy role or daddy role or whatever because they're helping out with the children. But back in the 80s, 90s, that's what parents did. They had one right after the other because they said, we're not going to do this all over again.
We want to get it over with.
I'll never forget when I had graduated high school, my first year in college, my friend's mom got pregnant. So her sibling is like 19 years younger than she is.
Wow.
We were, I think, 18 or 19. Because I think it was like my first full year of college. I think that's when I had found out her mom was having another baby. 19-year age difference. Can you imagine that? You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting to see those relationships. And even somebody who I know, he's actually younger than his nephew. His nephew is older than him.
Wow.
So could you imagine those type of relationships? Like, it's bananas.
That really
is.
And it's I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't make it awkward if you don't allow it to make it awkward. But just being an outsider, I'd be like, yo, mad awkward. Just as an outsider,
Yeah. If you don't know, you don't know. But exactly. I knew, so and he was like, yo, he can't even call me uncle. Yeah, I could imagine that. Like, yeah, that must be a little awkward, but I get it. Yeah, it's different. It's different. So, like I said, it depends on, I guess, the time that you're in. During our time, it was different.
Yeah. And then back to your friend that had like the sibling that was either 18 or 19 years age different.
Yeah.
Like to think about that, put it in perspective. That child could really be hers. Like,
yeah, people used to think it was hers, and she's like, no, this is my little brother. Like, this is not my kid, But to have that age gap, it's like you legitly are starting over again. Like you're starting over again. Wow. But I find those relationships are really cool because you really got a big sister or brother, at that point in time in your life, which is nice. You got that extra assistance.
That is true. And you know what? At that age, they have the energy to go around and take them places, whereas the parent doesn't,
Exactly. Which is really dope. I always say that's cool. I wouldn't have wanted that, or I would have wanted to like do 2 boom, boom, boom. That's it. But my age range, honey, I'm aging gracefully in life. Let's say it like that. Gracefully for me will be 1 and done. Boop, we done. Holla. Okay. Yeah. Too much at this point in time.
I tell you, you have to be of a certain personality and have the right support system. Because if you don't, then something definitely will suffer. And in Rihanna's case, she got it all.
Exactly. Sis got it. She good. So kudos to you, Riri. We see you, Mamacita. But so I came across this, you know, I like Music Soul Child. You know, I love me some Music Soul Child. So I follow him on Instagram, and he was talking about his song Love that we all love. And I think it's a song that we all find very relatable. Right, Liam? You find it relatable too. We all do. So he was talking about that. So we're going to share this little clip with you guys, and then we're going to get into it really quickly about what we think about the song Love and what he's saying in regards to it.
Sure.
And Love is my therapist, essentially. And I'm talking to Love like, what the everybody don't have the same interpretation of what you are. And a lot of people are using it in a finesseful way. You know, it's very, very like disingenuous. And I'm out here being sincere, trying to give everybody, you know, high quality, top shelf love. Right. And I'm getting basura, you know? So I'm trying to like, am I getting this wrong? You know? And it chips away at your sense of self. And I all of this is happening. I'm not understanding that that's what's happening. And while that's happening, I'm inheriting a lot of like personality kind of like artifacts, you know, that are not really working for me as far as like building my character and building my self-esteem and building my sense of security.
So I have to say this. When he said that, I wanted to say it again for the people in the back and for the people in the rain, for people on the side, because I feel the same way. Like when I give of myself, and because you know me, I give of myself. There's no fakeness with that, which is why I do get extremely offended, or my feelings get really hurt when the reciprocation isn't real, or the reciprocation isn't how I thought it would be. It doesn't have to be the same, because it's not always going to be the same, but I just thought that it would be somewhat meeting me halfway. And it was no, Liam, it wasn't even meeting me halfway. Can you believe that? So, you know, I really, really was able to relate to what he said, because you out here, you giving real, genuine love to people, and they're not giving you that back. They're not even giving you a fraction of it back. They're giving you fakeness in return. They're giving you something that you want to hear or you want to see. And my thing is, if it's not real love, I don't want it. You know, whether it's a relationship or a friendship or whatever the case it may be, I want that real, genuine love. And you could feel real, genuine love, because it's never forced. It's natural. It's, you know, something that comes together organically. It's not something you got to force together, because when you force stuff, that's when you get the resistance. And sometimes forced things can come together and work out, but eventually down the line, you're going to have those issues, because the love was never real. You did it for all the wrong reasons. So I really appreciated that, because whether, like I said, I'm in a friendship, whatever, I'm going to give you that realness from me, no matter what the situation may entail. Right, Liam? Exactly. Liam even know I be giving the real, because he give it real back to me, right?
That we feel real love back, exactly, right? What you're saying. Yeah, and I'm happy that he said what he said as it pertained to how you get the different artifacts of your personality added in, because when everybody, or as people do things or don't do things, it does affect your personality and affect your self-esteem, and it makes you question in some instances why this occurred. What's wrong with me? Why do I get, as he said, basura or garbage, the refuse? Why am I
okay? All right, Espanol, you giving it to us today? Okay, mamacita.
So I do appreciate that, and I think especially as a man, to admit that that's where that song came from, as he related to love as being his therapist. I think he's a real man in the sense of he's not afraid to admit that he struggles with things or struggled with things, because what man do you know that openly says that?
Girl, That's another topic, day or time. But remember the lyrics in the song. He said, love, for better or worse, I still will choose you first. And that's one of my favorite parts in the song when he says that, love, for better or worse, whether it's good or bad, I'm still going to rock with it, because that feeling of love is indescribable. It's one of those feelings where you're just like, yo, I got love for them wise girls, all of them wise girls. I love y'all. Even my Liam Pop, no, I love him. He know I be out here looking for clothes for him. Mwah, Prince. Mwah. You know I love him too. Yes, I do love you too, Liam. So you know you have that. Yes, handsome. Yeah, I do. So you know you have that love for people, and no matter if it's good or bad, good encounters, bad encounters, you still got that love. No matter what happens, I'm still going to choose love first, despite everything I've been through. And I love that. Like, I really, really, really liked what he said. Like, it really touched my heart.
It resonated.
Yeah, it did.
I do miss his music. I wish that he would come out with new music.
He's supposed to be coming out with a new album.
Really?
He's supposed to be coming out with a new album, because I love his songs. Like, his songs are super dope. Like, I'm a real R&B head, and I love me some R&B music, and like his music is like, it makes you think.
So, speaking of music, Ashanti's music doesn't per se make you think. It just makes you have emotions.
Baby, baby, baby. I got this Jones forming in my bones.
So,
okay.
In talking about her, I want to say this, because it seems as though ever since I saw her this past summer, she has been doing big things. And the reason I say she's doing big things is she hasn't made new music in quite some time. And so she's been on tour and everything. And the tour that she's doing is on music that is old. And I commend her because she's by herself. And yeah, Ja Rule, it was, I don't know if he still is, but for at least the concert I saw, Ja Rule also did it with her.
Yeah, she still tours with him every now and then. They still do things together and stuff like that.
I see she's on tour still now.
Yes, and she be bringing it, honey. Her body, her song. Foolish will forever be a song that not only girls could rhyme to. God, let me tell y'all something. My mama loved Foolish. My mama loved Foolish. She was in the song singing it with me. Okay, she loved Foolish. That's still one of the songs that you hear it, you start singing it because you remember the day and time of when you heard Foolish. And I will never forget when I heard Foolish. I was like, who's this? You know, Brooklyn, we read Biggie to the fullest. So when you that song, and you're like, well, the original is by DeBarge. They're the originals with that beat. So I got to give credit where credit's due. DeBarge is really original, but then Biggie had it. So, but if you're our age, you're going to think automatically Biggie.
Yeah.
So to hear her sing Foolish, like, when I get the strength to leave you, you always tell me that you need me. And I was like, hold up, wait a minute. What she know about my life right now? What she know about what's going on in my life right now? You know, it was just, it's a relatable song. All her songs are super relatable. She came out with a song with Diddy. Oh, goodness.
She did, but what happened to it? Did it get
came out with the song? He did the remix with her and Carisha from City Girls.
Yeah, but I didn't see. I think I've seen it like one time.
I can feel it. Love is in the air tonight. I just know the move on. I don't remember the whole song. But I'm looking on my phone because I have
the lyrics. I remember seeing a glimpse of it, and then thereafter, like.
So she came out, Diddy Gotta Move On, the remix. Because remember, he had the first one. We all know that song is about Miss Cassie, but we're not going to get into it. But anywho, She did the remix with Carisha from City Girls, and she came out with this because Diddy said, I felt like she had to get something off her chest after Irv went and did that sorry move that he was doing out there talking about her, which wasn't cool, but we're not going to even give Irv that moment right now. But anywho, she went in and she did her verse, and she even said it came so naturally. If you have a chance to watch her on Angie Martinez podcast, I actually watched her interview. It was really, really good. And she said she did the interview, she did the song right like a little after that, because Diddy said I felt like she needed
to get into that.
And so she did, and I was like, oh, Ashanti came. She was like, I was loyal. Why would you betray me? You know what I'm saying? Like, she like gets into the nitty gritty of the song, and I like it. It's a cool song. I have it
I'll
on.
Definitely check
I
that
listen
out.
to it. That's a song I definitely play because I can relate.
I commend her. She's doing big things. She was in Dubai with Beyonce and them, like Ashanti, like someone that you would think. And she even said it at her concert. She was like, people question whether, I was going to be relevant years to come, and still yet here I stand, even without new music being out. And I'm just like, wow. And let me tell you, to be an older woman, her body is giving. She's giving me body goals. Okay?
Baby, she got me like, let me go to the gym and get my life. Because she's serving it.
It's realistic. It's not like, oh, let me go get a nip and tuck. It's real body. It's real body. Curves. It's hips. It's backside. I appreciate her for that. I appreciate her for not going and getting veneers. I appreciate her for being real and staying real.
And keeping it real. And I love how she keeps it in her family. Her mom's her momager, the original momager. Her sister has her holistic line that she's coming out with. She had a really good interview on Red Table Talk with Jada Pickett and her mom and her daughter, Willow, and her mom, Gammy. It was like one of the best, I feel, Red Table Talk interviews. And a lot of their interviews are good because I watched them. I enjoy watching Red Table Talks. Yes. But her sister talked about her domestic violence relationship that she was in. And I really give her credit because that is a hard situation to talk about, and to come out of it as beautifully as she came out of it. Like, shout outs to her sister for that, because there are so many girls who stay with guys just to say they got a man and they're being abused. And it's not always physical. It's mental sometimes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Things that are said to you, when you thinking, oh, he just playing and he being serious, but you just don't want to let go. You don't want to be by yourself. And I really applaud her and thank her for, putting that information out there, because there's so many people who are going through it, who don't say anything, who are silent. And Absolutely. She really spoke of her situation, and to see those pictures, to think of how a man could just like, I don't want to get into it because it just makes me angry, but I just really give her credit for being open and honest about what she has gone through in her life, because it's not easy. And she even said going to therapy has helped her, because she said her family didn't know the things she was feeling. She said, I was 13 when my sister came out with her first album. 13. You're just turning into a teenager. You're coming into your teenage self. So now you got all of this stuff going on, and you know how big Shanti's first album was. Then her second album came out. So it was a lot going on in her life, she said. And it's a really good interview. So if you guys have time, watch Red Table Talks. It's on Facebook. It was a really good interview. Her mom is on there. Ashanti is on there. They talk about their experience with her. And I have to say this. I loved when her mother said, we couldn't tell my husband about it, because, he's from Brooklyn. And I was like, see, we as Brooklyn people, we just got something about us that you can't just be out there saying stuff, because Brooklyn is a different type of borough. So I just really enjoyed when she said that. I was like, yes, Brooklyn.
It goes back to, remember that TikTok video I had shared with you.
TikTok people, I'm getting her a job at TikTok.
Come on, TikTok, come through. J-O-B. Come on, I'm a great promoter.
Baby, she is. Everything TikTok. I get more TikTok messages than when I actually go on TikTok.
Well, you know what it is? TikTok is my television. I don't watch television anymore hardly because, I have little minions that I have to compete in watching television with.
Be minions.
Yes, they're minions. And let me tell you, he is just as minion as his sister. He has such a little personality. Yes. And right now, the only reason why he's quiet is because he's indulging in a snack. So I gotta keep giving him
You gotta put him out there like that.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Liam. I'll put your business out there. As he stuffs his mouth. But you know what? I needed this. I was feeling a little bit tired and dragging. And just to get on here and chat with you about things that are real to us, things that we grew up on. We came into ourselves as women when Justice with Rihanna was coming out.
Yes.
And, I mean, we grew up with Ashanti. We went through emotions with her.
Yes.
And
Ashanti got us through some things, honey. That first album.
Ashanti
Movies was my song.
Speaking of Ashanti, you're gonna laugh. So you know how Ashanti on occasion puts up videos of her on occasion in the gym. And so I wrote to her, and I know that she wasn't gonna answer, but I just want to put this out there. I wrote and I commended her on her working out and being real and keeping or maintaining her physique by not going and getting nip and tuck. And I had stated that if at all possible, I would love to know her workout regimen and her eating regimen.
Ashanti, you watching?
No one has yet replied, but Ashanti, if you could please reply to us, because let me tell you, I've been really working on this, and I would like to get my life together by July. DM us. That's all we need. Shanti, we don't need you to talk to us. We don't need you to come on our show. I mean, it would be
I'd be nice if you did. She gonna speak for herself on that one. It'd be nice if you did, but we know you busy. You out here making moves. You out here recreating the dopest album ever. Her first album.
And we'll be there to support it. Yes, it just can't be as much as Beyonce's tickets, but we will be there.
I don't know how I feel about that.
We will be there.
Okay. But as always,
go on. Sorry.
Always, it's always good chatting with you. Today, I had the treat of sitting in with my little Liam Pop, my little boo thing. I miss his sister, Veve.
Yes.
But it's always good seeing my little Liam. So thank you guys, as always, for watching and supporting us. We appreciate you guys. Thank you. I've been getting some amazing feedback from you guys. Yes, Liam, we're going to say bye-bye to the people. We thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Share out our videos. Make sure you watch us on YouTube, like and subscribe to our page. And you can follow us on Instagram at Them Wise Girls. And as always, please make sure you write comments. If you have something to say, please share it. We're watching. We're looking. We are on our pages too. Checking and making sure everything is on the up and always good. So we thank you guys so much for being supportive. We appreciate you guys. And we'll be back next week with a brand new episode of Them Wise Girls. Let them know, Liam. Tell them bye-bye. Say bye to the people. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Bye, everybody. Say bye. Mwah. Mwah.
Now
bye, everybody. We'll see you guys on the next episode. That's right, handsome. Give him a kiss. We'll see you guys on the next episode of Them Wise Girls. Bye.